Pressure to lead, pressure to provide, pressure to stay strong, even when everything inside is breaking. This is Man Talk. Real conversations from a man's perspective. No masks, no ego, just truth, growth, and the courage to face what we've been taught to hide. If you're ready to elevate your mind, your relationships, your purpose, pull up a chair. Fellas, it's time to talk. Man Talk.
Hello everyone, I'm Councilman Cash Green, and catch me on Men Talk.
Well, welcome to another episode of SKST Radio, and you're tuned in to the Kami Grayson Show, and it's the Men Talk series.
That's right.
Well, we're rolling them out. Look here. Look who rolled in.
That's right.
Look who rolled in. Cash Green.
What?
Cash Green. Cash Green. Cash Green.
I've got it.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Guys, I'm excited about this guy is because he is like one of our brand new podcasters here at SKST Radio.
Ding.
So family member in the house. And I'm so excited about that.
In the house.
In the house. Man, you've been on the road.
I have. I am so grateful. Just so much where I get to share on a platform that's worldwide web. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.
Look at him. Tell people who you are and what you do.
My name is, thank you, I'm Councilman Cash Green. I'm a councilman for the city of Virginia Beach, but also I wear two hats. If I had my hat on.
I have a hat.
Right, you have a hat on. I'm also the president of the Cash Green Charitable Foundation, which allows me to go to the cities without borders, right? And so wherever there's a need, you're going to make sure that my team, the Cash Green team, is going to be there. If I have to stay within Virginia Beach, then I represent as the District 7 council member. I can do that as well. But if there's a need of domestic violence or youth crisis intervention or stabilizing the home, then I take off that political hat and then I become the 501c3 where I can go beyond boundaries.
Yeah, I love that. Absolutely love that. That's a unique combination because a lot of people hide behind that skirt, right?
Right.
You know, we have to be for our district. I'm sorry, you're out of district. You're way in Norfolk, so we can't help you here. You know, I don't like that.
Yeah.
But I like the fact that you are there. You're boots on the ground.
Yes, ma'am.
I love it.
I've always said that I am not the rule, but I am the exception to the rule, because that's how my life has been. From when I was young to when I was studying in the ministry, and when I got my job working as a health, safety, and environmental representative for my company, it wasn't the normal pathway. It was just I was at the right time at the right place, which allows for me to tap people on the shoulder who believe that maybe they didn't have the right pedigree, that they couldn't have that job because they didn't have all of the schooling.
Right.
But I know people who have life experience who are really community leaders. And I'm the one that will come to them and say, you belong in that seat of power.
Wow. I love it. I love it. So what really makes you tick?
Yeah. It is, it's being with people. And when I say it's being with people, it's not black, white, Asian, or any nationality. It's just people. My ingredient of how I was formed, military family, father, veteran of the Vietnam War. My mother was a nurse's assistant at a senior facility. That's where the seniors come in at.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And what I meant by that is Cash Green, and also Councilman Cash Green, we visit the Sands, which is on Auburn Drive, College Park. And there's about 500 seniors that I service and make sure that they have their needs being met. That came from the heart of my.
I'm learning a whole lot of your background.
You got to go watch it.
Right, go watch it. SKSTradio.com. There you go.
Ding.
And so, but it's amazing to see how much you have accomplished in these last few years. Just by being a councilman. Deciding this is what I want to do. Yeah. And so, with all that being said, what about your support system?
Yeah, thank you so much. My wife is my number one support system. She was the first one who gave me the courage that I could run for office. I didn't know a lot about politics. I knew that I could represent the diversity of our community. And I felt like I could I don't want to say it like this, but I felt like I can do a better job than who was there before. Because it's one thing when you represent just one race. It's another when you appreciate and recognize each race.
Yeah, the whole community.
The whole community. I'm African American, but I can appreciate the other cultures. And so my wife, she is my champion. Matter of fact, when I first started running for office, she would write my speeches until I got a professional, and I said, "I got it from here. I don't need your help."
I can imagine.
But and then we would do back-to-back meditation together. It was a stressful day. I really didn't know how the community was going to receive me, and so we would be back-to-back, and we would do breathing exercises together. So my wife is my backbone. She's my wonderful encourager. She is my backbone. When I tell people, and I'm speaking to a large group of young people, I would say, I'm monogamous. They would go, why? Well, because I wanted them to know that I'm single focused, right? And when you see Councilman Cash Green, I'm complete at home. And I was so complete with my relationship with my wife that my last name is actually Jackson-Green. Well, that Jackson comes from my wife's maiden name. So I put the two together because that produces the best version of me. And that's my support system, my wife.
I love it. Now what's your wife's name?
Thank you. It is Kanika. And before we were talking, when I first met her, she was telling me her name, and I said, "Thank you so much, Tanisha." And I really like you, Tanisha. But later on, I got to know it is Kanika. When we went over to Hawaii, we met people from the Asian culture, and Kanika means marble. So Kanika Jackson Green.
I love it. Well, Kanika Jackson Green, thank you for my beautiful Men Talk tie. I absolutely love it. Guys, I know you want one. You got to go get one for your wives.
That's right.
I will be wearing this throughout mostly all of Men Talk.
That's right. That's right.
Mostly all of Men Talk, I will be wearing my necktie. How about that, Kanika? Thank you so much. And we're going to get contact information at the end.
That's
so
right.
People can call you for their beautiful tie.
Please. I mean, we are a entrepreneurship family. We believe in being creative with our hands. My wife is downstairs. I'm a bit of an OCD person. So every morning I vacuum. There's no dishes in the sink because I need that clearing, that space clearing. But when you walk upstairs to my wife's office, it looks like Michael Angelo's workshop, right? There's dust and debris and stuff everywhere, but she knows where all of that. She calls it beautiful chaos.
I love it.
And at first I said, God, you're so messy. But that's because I didn't understand genius levels. When you're a genius, she knows where every clutter, all of the things that I would consider clutter, in her mind, it's organized.
Right. And if you move it, she can't find it.
That's right.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes,
now,
ma'am.
Before we go to commercial break, tell us a little bit about this backpack you brought with you.
So as you know, everyone, the kids are preparing to go back to school. And I'm grateful. Can you guys see that? I'm grateful that I was able to get 30 backpacks clear, right? Because that's a new model that we want to for our kids to represent. We're about pouring back into the lives of the kids. So if families don't have the money, then know that the Councilman Cash Green or the Charitable Foundation Cash Green, we've been able to get 30 backpacks that we think are filled with educational material, the things that you'll need to start off your day right on your first day back to school.
Okay, now, so if they wanted to get a backpack, what would they need to do?
So you would contact Councilman Cash Green. My number is 757-386-1083. Text me and I will get you set up. I'm not going to leave any child behind.
Okay, give them the number again.
757-386-1083. Call now.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be back after these messages.
From the heart of the coast where the waves rise high, Bay Magazine, we lift and amplify stories of love, of strength, of pride, giving back, standing tall, side by side. We are the rhythm, we are the voice, community rising, making bold choice. On short drive, we shine, we soar. Bay Magazine, forever.
You're locked in with street grind entertainment, repping Texas with nonstop heat. We bringing you the hottest music, exclusive videos, fire podcasts, and radio that never sleeps. This ain't just entertainment, it's a movement. Independent artists, real stories, major vibes, and nothing but straight pressure. So buckle up, lock in, and let the grind take over. Street grind entertainment, where the streets meet the spotlight, and the grind never quits. Let's go.
I sure can. Yeah, you just tell me, just give me a call, baby. I got you. I'm so excited. If you just tune in, you haven't tuned in too late. You tune into the Kami Grayson Show, and this is Men Talk, and we're learning an interesting thing about these men. Oh my God, these men folks got it going on. That's right. I know I'm all girly, pinky, and all that stuff, but sometimes we got to give flowers while people are above the ground.
Thank you.
What do you actually do for fun?
Yeah, thank you. Because since 2022, I had been preparing to run for office. And so when you are running for office, you are at every event so people can say, I've seen him before. For fun, we would have to bring it back to its simplest form. It is my wife and I watching Netflix and chilling.
I like that. That's good.
And teens, that actually means Netflix and chilling. Because that used to mean something else.
Oh, it is?
Yes, right. Clarification.
Okay, he means like chilling.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it's where we started. Our first date, we talked for 30 days on the phone before we actually met up. And we met at Applebee's. That's why Applebee's is kind of always, let's meet at Applebee's, because that's symbolic for us. That's a spot. And then the next week we went to the movies, and that created a bond for us. And so when we were very stressful, our come back to balance or come back to zero is for us to sit and watch a movie together. Talk about it, because we are talkers. So, well, at least I am. Right?
It sounds so romantic, though. That's really good. It's really good. So it's time now for Men Talk question of the day.
Okay.
It's time for our Men Talk question of the day. What's one habit you know would improve your life? For me, that would be waking up earlier every day.
One habit you know that improved your life.
It is reading. I'm an avid reader. It is reading.
Reading is fundamental.
Reading is fundamental. I tell people that. So that has improved my dictionary use, my enunciation usage, and the way that I negotiate. I negotiate at the highest levels every day, especially when I sit at seats of government.
Mm-hmm.
When I open my mouth, I am deciding on how taxes will be levied on us, which is a $2.8 billion budget that the city of Virginia Beach has. So you must speak the right word in order for it to be effective and to create the right change.
Right. Verbiage is very important when it comes to government officials and those type of things, and those contracts. You know, you have to go through all those amendments and all these different things. And so, I do the word of the day on Alexa.
Yes.
On Alexa, and Alexa gives you all these different words that you haven't even thought about. And so that improves your vocabulary.
It does.
And so I think you just hit it. A lot of men don't like to read, and I think that that's something that they need to hear. A college student, you don't slack and go get the movie instead of reading the book.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And so I think what you just said just really, really hit for our community.
Yes. And a lot of that was, I started looking around at the crowds that I was in, which were professionals, lawyers, doctors, business owners. And when you sit at these tables or these seats of power, they expect that Robert's Rules of Order, the decorum of how you run meetings. They expect for certain things from you to even sit at that seat.
Right.
And so I learned this when I was selling cars. The first time that I sold to a doctor, he gave me, because we take their credit information, he said, I make over $300,000. At the time, it was 2015. I couldn't even grasp $300,000 a year.
Yeah.
And so next I went home, talked to my wife, and she said, match your energy with his. Act as if you can sell to someone who makes that sort of money. And those were foundational pieces for me, sitting in the rooms with those who are multimillionaires, those who are entrepreneurs, those who have egos the size of right, because I sit in a room where everyone thinks that they're the smartest person in that room.
Exactly. It's amazing that you say that, though, because I did write a book plug. I did write a book, A Woman in a Man's World. You can get that on.
This is Man's Talk.
A Woman in a Man's World.
Okay, all right.
So they can understand where you guys are coming from. They expect, and that's why women feel sometimes that they're not treated as equals, and they were not years ago. They were not treated as equals, and it's still hard because people are still the same way they used to be. And it's just look at our community, look at our economic. They still think that the slavery thing.
Right.
You look at it; they want you to stay in your place. Same thing with the women. You men, y'all want to be the providers and take care of us and do the stuff that you were brought up learning, what it was instilled in you.
Right.
But now it's a different day, and women are stronger than they were back in those days. So give me your take on that. I mean, because I feel like women have to understand where men are coming from when they're being those bodyguards and saying, women need to sit down. You can't be a president. I believe Michelle didn't win because a man wasn't ready. The men were not ready for her to become president.
That's correct. And I'll speak to that from my own experience from being married to my wife.
Kamala. I said Michelle.
Kamala Harris,
yes,
right?
Yes.
I'll speak to that. So when my wife and I, we settled down and said we are going to get a house together. Well, I became the sole provider of the house and of, because how we are conditioned by the television is that if you are good to your lady, that means you buy her everything. She works. She doesn't have to work. You provide her with diamonds. She sits in a place of luxury. But But reality is, as I learned from my wife, and this is where that tie comes in, that when I met her, she was independent. There was nothing that she needed from me to be complete. She was independent. She made her own money, and our conversations were different. Once I started taking the helm of the financial pressures for everything, then I took on an air, a side of, well, I'm paying the bills. And this is, I think, for men, this is, I think, a problem why there are more domestic violence calls still today. How can you say that there are domestic violence calls? You don't see in the Virginia Beach in the 4th precinct, we do a monthly a criminal chart. Murders have decreased, burglaries have decreased, but domestic violence phone calls have increased. Well, my wife and I, I started having these conversations with her. I said, honey, you and I, we used to talk at the same level. I never believed that I'm smarter than my wife. I believe I met someone who was just as intelligent as me. And when I told her that, she said, well, that sounds demeaning. But what I meant by that was that I felt like I had met my match. The minute I start taking over the bills, that's when I assumed this superiority over my wife. And then our relationship took a turn and we bickered more. And it wasn't until I said, you know what, honey, you need to make your own money. As much as I've been taught, drilled in my head, that to be the man, you need to be the man of the house, pay for everything. That, as much as that seems right, looks right on Hollywood, on television, I can tell you.
That's not what we want. That's not exactly what we want.
Correct.
We want careers. We want, we want to do our own, and we want to pull our part of the weight.
Correct.
And so you were absolutely right when you told her that.
Because it creates the right energy, the right balance in a relationship.
Absolutely.
Because if she says, no, I want to do the curtains this way, I want to have these type of curtains, because she bought them.
Well, and then, a lot of times in relationships, because you purchased everything in the house.
Correct.
You feel like this is yours.
Right.
You didn't buy anything in this house.
Right. I come in and say, honey, did you cook my meal? Did you vacuum the floor? Did you make up the bed? You see what I'm telling her?
Yeah. Instead of, okay, I work full time just like you do. So let's cut these chores in half and let's figure it out.
See?
That's
real man talk. Because to accept the fact that she is your equal in all things.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I remember, and this is, just have to say this, when I got my bonus, and this before we had the revelation that she needed to make her own money, she wanted half of my bonus. I said, listen, I give you half of the check already of everything I got. But when I get the bonus, that's mine because I go out and work. She says, no, honey, we didn't set it up like that. And so it started to make sense that as much as that was the paradigm that was pushed on us, that the men are to take care of everything, that's probably not the right paradigm for these times.
Yeah.
It's equal.
Yeah, pretty much. I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
Totally agree with that. Well, let's do some words of wisdom.
Okay.
So if there was someone younger who wants to be in your shoes now, where you are right today, what type of advice would you give them?
Do not seek to get married first. I tell this to my 5 adult children: live life, experience life. If you date, but don't, and have an honest conversation with your partner. Let them know that you are still interested in traveling the world, experiencing life. But don't feel like just because you feel so in love with that person, that means that you need to get married. Not until you've worked it out, that you have experienced life and you're truly ready to settle down for a family.
I love it. Absolutely love it. Okay, so tell people how they can get in touch with you again.
Thank you. Again, I'm Councilman Cash Green. That's kind of my my name now, like
Yeah.
Dr. Councilman Cash Green. You can reach me. I'm on Cash Green Charitable Foundation at gmail.com. I wrote that out for the engineer. You can look at, you can send me emails, or you can go to my website, cashgreencharitablefoundation.com, or you can contact me at 757-386-1083. I'm telling you, you want to be in contact with me. I have at least 4 events a month that you don't want to miss.
I love it. Absolutely love it. Well, Cash Green,
Yes.
thank you so much for being on Men Talk.
Thank you for having me on Men Talk.
Did you like it?
I did. I
pretty
did.
cool, right?
It was good, especially because you're wearing that tie.
You know,
Right? I got a tie. You got a
There
tie.
you
We
go.
equal.
Yeah, I'm a woman.
Right?
I'm a woman.
Thank you.
So, but thank you so much.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
guys, catch us next week right here, SKST Radio. So on Thursdays, you got the Kami Grayson Show. On Wednesdays,
Whoop, whoop. You got the summer program that we call Making a Connection with the Community
there you go.
on Wednesdays.
There you go.
At 7
p.m. All right. Bye for now.
Bye.
As we close today's Men Talk, thank you for tuning into SKS Radio and SGE Radio. We truly appreciate your time and support. If today's conversation encouraged or inspired you, don't keep it to yourself. Please like, share, and subscribe so we can continue reaching more people together. Big thanks to Beats by Bro for the incredible music that keeps us moving. Until next time, stay strong, stay encouraged, and keep making a